lovelies, and welcome to Our Sweet Home Life. I'm Glenda, and today I'm going to be cooking up a delicious recipe. I know you'll love it. Mojo and I have to go to the doctor this morning, so I'm going to put this on before we go, so our lunch will be done when we get home. I purchased this lovely boneless beef chuck eye steak a couple of weeks ago. They were reduced to half price, so I brought those home and put those in the freezer. So now I'm going to fry these up and make some gravy, some mushroom gravy, and let it cook in the oven till we get back home and have a delicious lunch. And then the other two, I'm going to take those and chop those up and fry them up with some flour and make like a gravy and put those back in the freezer for a later date, and we'll have some beef stew. Okay, I'm going to start by getting my oil hot. I'm preheating the oven to 350. I'll go ahead and cook 3 of these for today, and then the other 2 for our beef stew. So I'm going to start by putting some meat tenderizer on, but I think these are going to be really tender because they have so much marble in them. Get them good on both sides. Okay. I'm going to spice them up with some celery salt. This celery salt's about like garlic salt. It makes everything good. Okay, then we'll put a little bit of garlic salt on them. Now we got some good old slap your mama.
Let me slap my mama.
We're going to season them up with that. That's old Mojo there behind the camera.
Hey everybody. No, it's a great day, guys. We keep our channel a little light. We don't want to be all too serious.
Okay, so we have our spices on there. Now I have some flour. I'm just going to put on them because I'm going to brown them up a little bit. I think I hear my oil over there starting to sizzle up a little bit. So I love to brown them up before I put them in the oven because that adds so much more flavor to them.
Thanks for watching our channel, guys. We appreciate all of you who watch and subscribe and hit that like button. It helps our channel to grow.
It does, and we've met so many new people in the last few weeks, and a shout out to all of you. There's so many of you, I probably would forget part of your names, but I just want to say good morning and hello to you. It's been a pleasure meeting you so much.
We're making videos, and we enjoy meeting you out on our travels and wherever we go. Our life is quite busy these days. It's more than just right here at home. Just doing a little introduction to our channel, just in case you haven't watched our videos. We have like 500 or so regular videos and about 200 shorts.
And we're going to fry these up, and after we get them brown, we're going to add this onion, and we have some cream of mushroom soup we're going to add. We're going to add the famous W sauce.
W sauce.
The Worcestershire sauce. And just a little speck of wine because we don't want it too soupy.
Yeah, the wine helps to marinate, and also helps for tenderizing too.
Yeah, it helps to tenderize it.
It's pretty good, guys. You can't.
I love this Dutch oven because, like I'm going to show you, you can't always use a crock pot, but you can use this Dutch oven by getting it hot, getting your oven hot, and then after, with this, after 30 minutes, I'm going to cut it off. There goes our sizzle. And let it set in a hot oven and finish cooking.
Yeah, I like crock pots fairly good too. But you know, one thing a crock pot can't do, it can't brown anything.
Put a little bit more on that. Okay.
It cooks it slow, but this right here does a better job, guys.
It does good. And when we get home, it's gonna be done. We're gonna make some rice to go with it.
You gonna put the rice in on the meat and make it all in one pot? How you gonna do that, Glenda?
Well, I'm gonna boil that rice. Since we don't have any instant rice, I'm gonna cook my rice separately so it'll get done. But if you have some instant rice,
Let me get it on.
you can put your instant rice in with it. But I don't have any today. And I wanna make sure my rice gets done. So I'm gonna start some rice on the top of the stove.
And you're gonna pre-cook that rice? Will you put it in there on it as it cooks or sets in there?
If you'll watch the video, you'll find out.
Ah, watch the video like me, guys. I guess I'll have to watch the video too.
You'll find out all the secrets if you watch them.
I'm not 100% sure either. I guess I'll have to watch the video. Yeah, they're looking good. Got that crust on there. The crust is what creates the flavor. Got it on a high heat.
Okay, I'm gonna put 2 cups of water and a cup of rice to make our rice. Now we're gonna bring the water to a boil, and then we'll add our rice.
Oh, man, I like to watch an artist at work.
Well, I don't know about this. The skillet don't generally ever stick, but it's trying to today.
Okay, let me look over here, guys.
But look how
good.
pretty
Look
and
that crust
brown.
on that. Wee.
What you want.
Making that gravy is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the way you make gravy, isn't it, Glenda?
It is. It is. Let's watch the stove up.
What are we gonna have to go with us, Glenda? You got any idea?
Maybe some green beans. We can fix those pretty quick when we get home from the doctor. Something quick. Oh, and look at this, what we brought home from
Oh, yeah.
the Olive Garden yesterday.
That was what was for lunch yesterday, guys. We've been real busy lately, and we have to
We're going to
get
have
something
that
on
to
the
go with
road.
our steak. Gonna be
Our,
nothing but good,
those,
y'all.
breadsticks.
Gonna be
Olive
nothing but
Garden
good.
breadsticks.
Okay. If that's brown on one side, I'm going to go ahead and stick some onion on top.
Okay, we got some,
Purple onion, but you can use
Purple.
any onion. This was already sliced in the refrigerator,
about a cup and a half, probably.
so I'm just going to use that. Let that cook a little bit.
A lot of times we don't measure things out precisely, but then again, you don't have to either. You make this your own, and you know, after you make it a few times, it comes naturally to you. You know about how much you use and things.
Like Rachel Ray says, it's not rocket science.
Exactly. I think Mojo said that a while too.
Pretty good saying, it's not rocket science. So let that brown a little bit.
Looks good, Glenda.
Like some of this famous W sauce on it.
Got the W sauce going, guys. Oh yeah, listen to that. That adds so much flavor. So you got the oven on 350. And you'll let it sit in that oven until it cooks a little while longer, then you'll shut it off, right?
That's right, and then let it stay till we get home, however long that is, and it'll be perfect when we get home.
So you want to leave that lid off of it right now, guys, and let that crust develop on it.
Yes, look how pretty that
Look at
is.
that beautiful brown crust on it. What are you having for
Yeah.
lunch today, guys?
You'll have to share some of your recipes with us.
Man. Did you get a chance to see my orange slice cake recipe?
I'm just going to put a little bit more olive oil in it.
Had a good time on that orange slice cake. It didn't last long.
It did not. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen it go. Okay, so we got that going. Now we got our cream and mushroom soup. We're gonna add the top on.
That's good, Glenda. Yeah, well, how y'all like this film work, this camera work here, guys? I get you in there on the spot. Like the guy says, live action.
Live action. Okay, that's that.
Oh man, I wish you could smell this. That W sauce, those onions, that steak. Oh, that's getting right now.
Then we'll add a dash of this wine.
You know, that's a Zinfandel wine. It's little light white wine, Zinfandel. You could use any wine, a red wine.
And then we'll add about a half a can of water. Don't want it too soupy, but we do want some soup because we'll have a rice.
The rice
Okay.
will soak up any liquids in there.
Now then, let me put my rice in my water because it's boiling. I'm not going to cook this rice all the way done, but I'm going to get it good and tender.
Oh man, she's got that pot boiling. I know that. Dutch oven's definitely boiling.
Okay, got that cooking.
Making that gravy in there.
Let that cook a minute.
Got the pot on the back.
I'm going to cut this down to low while rice cooks.
Okay. Be on low. If you're enjoying our videos, give us some likes, guys, and comments.
Please do. Okay, now I'm going to put that lid on while this
Oh,
rice
man.
back here cooks a little bit. I'm cut it down. And while that's doing that, I'm going to go over here and these other 3 pieces of meat that we have, I'm just going to chop those up. Like I said, for some stew, maybe next week. And then it'll be so easy to make because we'll just have to add our vegetables. Get us a knife and we'll go ahead and put some meat tenderizer on it.
So it'll be ready when we have that beef stew, huh?
That's right, we'll just have to add our vegetables. A lot of times while you're cooking, especially if you have a family, sometimes it's easy just while you can, just go ahead and prepare a couple of meals while you're cooking. Makes it easier.
In case you didn't know, guys, this if you haven't watched our other videos on the roast beef, we cook that beef roast in there and make the pot roast with it and veggies. That makes the best soup, veggie soup stock. Put that in that vegetable soup. You'll have to watch our video on that. And it just gives it so much flavor. That's for like kind of take your leftover.
Yes. But see, we're getting 2 good meals out of this, and that meat was only $9.17.
There you go.
And this is some good meat
$4.50, $4.60 meal.
So, getting 2 good meals. And you know how expensive meat is nowadays, so be watching at your store for markdowns. We got this, I think it's the pig.
The pig.
And the pig has markdowns up here where we live a good bit. And also Food Line and Winn-Dixie. So it's good to watch for the markdowns. It helps feed your family.
Piggly Wiggly, guys, and that's short for the pig. The pig is short for the Piggly Wiggly.
Yes.
So I like veggies better than I do meat, guys.
The rice is cooking, but it needs to cook a little bit more. I'm going to let it get almost done because I don't want it to be crunchy. That hot, pretty hot. Let's see if I can get my pot holder and let's see what it's doing. Ooh, yes.
Look at that gravy. See what I mean by the gravy?
Mm-hmm, that gravy's coming on. Looking good, y'all.
And she's loosening it off the bottom a little bit. She don't want it stuck completely to the bottom.
Looking good, y'all.
She let that free up where it went.
Mm-hmm. Then that rice gets done, we'll blend that rice in with it, and that's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
nothing but good.
I didn't know you was gonna make all this, Glenda. I don't know. We may have to stay home and watch it cook. Have a little sampling of it before we go, huh?
Okay, now then we're going to add some flour
She didn't never say anything about that, guys.
to our meat we cut up. Already got our spices on there, the same spices really that we used on our steak over there. Probably gonna have to get me a little bit more flour. Okay. The heater skillet. Oops. I think I just made a mess. Okay, let's get our skillet and let it get that hot. Put it over here on this one.
Just gonna coat the bottom of that skillet a little bit, guys. Not let it swim in there, but just lightly. Like the rice is about ready to go.
Yeah, I think our rice, we can take it and put it in with our other and put it all in the oven.
Man, I don't know, Glenn. I think I may have to have some now. What about you guys?
It's smelling good.
You need to smell that. Ooh.
It is smelling good.
You're gonna tuck that rice right in there. That looks like that's about two cups of rice, cooked rice.
It was one cup raw, but yes.
About 2 cups, two cups after it cooks. Putting a little gravy on it where it'll develop a little bit of crust on it, but not much of a crust. To develop that flavor in it's what it is.
Yeah.
Man, that stuff looks good.
It's gonna be good, y'all. That rice will finish cooking while we're gone, and the gravy will thicken up, and that's gonna be nothing but good. I cut it off. Now, if Mojo will set it in the oven for me,
Well, Mojo's gonna have to let Glenda hold the camera, guys. I gotta get me on camera. Good morning. She'll never let me on camera much anymore. You notice that? No, that's not true. I'm just teasing. All right. See, that didn't burn very much.
and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it cook about 30 minutes, and then I'll just cut the stove off and let it finish.
So Glenda, she's a pretty fast cook. That didn't take but what, 30 minutes, Glenda, to do all that?
Probably.
And the oven does the rest of it, guys. That was on that first batch. Now we're working on the second batch.
Okay.
19 minutes.
Put our meat in here.
Okay.
I have to put a little bit more oil.
Again, I want to say thank you because I know a lot of you out there watch every cooking video we do.
Yeah. And
Thank
watch
you.
a lot of the other videos too, and we
Oh, yeah.
appreciate it.
We have a playlist at the bottom of our channel. All you got to do is drop down. You can see our playlist down there.
Yeah.
We try to make it easy for you to get around on it because our content is also growing too by the day. We try to put up about 3-4 times a week, don't we,
We
Glenda?
do. And then we add some shorts too.
Yeah, we got to do a good one today when we're out. Make sure you try to watch that short because it's going to be a funny one.
So we're just going to brown that up like we did the other meat. And then I'm just going to, like I said, make a little bit of a broth so it'll freeze well. And put it in the freezer, and then in a couple of weeks, maybe, it's getting to be Christmas time, we will, after Christmas and the holidays, we'll make it a big pot of beef stew. But that's all there is to it, really. Let's see how that's browning. It is. So that's all we're doing with that. It's just browning it up. We're going to add a little bit of water to it. I'll pour some of this grease off, and then we'll add some water to it.
So that's kind of like makes almost 2 meals in one little deal, guys.
It's just browned. I'm just going to
I may have to help. You want me to help you with that,
I
love?
got it, I think. Pour some of that grease off.
Okay, yeah. Looks pretty good, guys.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Let
that'll
it cook
make
just
a
a
good
minute
beef stew.
on low. And then I'll add that flour to it and a little bit of water. Let's go. Let me see if this is about done. I want my meat to be done before I put it in the freezer. Get it nice. I believe it's done. I think these bigger pieces are done. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be tender too.
All right, guys.
So now I'm gonna add some flour to it.
You got it going on.
Just to thicken it up a little bit. Let me cut it back on high. And I'm just gonna cook this flour in. This is for the gravy. Our meat is well seasoned because I seasoned it well with the same spices that we use for the steak that we put in the oven.
So we'll just add the veggies to that when you get ready to make the beef stew, right?
I'm just going to add some of this Worcestershire. Kind of flavor it. Like I said, I want it to kind of have a broth because meat, to me, tends to freeze better if it's got some broth. I'm just going to add a little bit of water.
So the meat is pretty well much ready to go. And then when she puts it in the freezer, she'll thaw it out and put her veggies in there and let it cook like a soup.
I'll put about a cup of water in it, so let's let that cook a minute. Let that cook just a minute and then we'll put that in the freezer.
So that's the beginnings of that beef stew. Yeah, that looks good.
So it's already starting to thicken up.
Guys, you can make a meal out of that.
You could just serve this with rice.
Yeah,
I mean, if you didn't want to make beef stew,
see
you could
that?
just serve this with some rice.
Put a little pepper and make beef tips and rice, what they usually call that.
Okay, we're just going to cut that off and let that cool for a little bit, and then we'll just put that in the freezer.
There you go, guys. That's what it looks like.
When we get home, we're going to take our steak out of the oven with the mushroom gravy, and we'll show you how delicious it is. So, we'll see you in a few. Okay, we got it plated up here, and I wanted some gravy on mine because when you put the rice in it, it does cook up the gravy. So I had a pack of this brown gravy mix that I put on it, on my rice and on my steak. So Mojo, you want to cut into it and see if it's tender?
If I have to cut it with a knife, we'll see. I brought the fork to cut it with. Look at that. Now that looks good, guys. See how easy that is, cuts. Oh yeah. That is tender, Glenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's easy. See, you just cut it with a fork. There you go, guys.
Well, get a bite.
Oh, a bite too?
A bite, too.
Look at her. Let me see. She likes to get me with a mouthful.
Oh, I'm not going to get you with a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. Nope. That is just right, guys.
Tastes pretty good, y'all. And on the bread, like we said, that came from the Olive Garden yesterday. So I heated up some butter, olive oil, and some Italian seasoning with some garlic salt.
So good.
So good. Well, thanks for watching, and thank you to all the new people that have subscribed lately. We appreciate each one of you. Well, I want to do a shout out to Sharon and Candace and Peggy, Pam and Sandra. There's just so many that we have met this week. I just wanted to do a shout out to each one of you.
We got Judy and Larry. We met at the hospital earlier today. Lynn at the Olive Garden. Met her yesterday. Nice to meet you, Lynn. And Judy, you and your patient, we just hope for the best for you. Candace at St. Vincent's. We met her, and Cheryl, and all of our regular subscribers. And hope you enjoy our videos, guys.
And also a shout out to Kyle and Rachel and Sonia. Appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.